Atlanta 2024. A raining Friday night in October. The downpour hammers the windshield of my 2019 Honda Accord, the gray one I proudly paid off last year. I'm parked in the Target lot at North Druid Hills, headlights still on, wipers squeaking back and forth like they're crying for me. My phone buzzes on my lap. One new message from Mom Lauren Bennett, the woman I've called Mom since I was 3. Lauren, 8:17 p.m. Honey, quick heads up about tomorrow night's goodbye dinner for Chloe at the Alden. We've decided to keep it immediate family only. Chloe wants it small and intimate before she leaves for Dublin. Please understand, IRE. I read it again and again, like the 10th time will magically change the words. Immediate family only. Small and intimate. Please understand. $11,800. That's the exact amount I poured into my little sister's Ireland dream in the last 6 weeks. United Polaris, business class ticket, Atlanta Dublin, $3,800. Deposit and 2 months rent in Portobello, $4,200. MacBook Pro M3 Max plus iPad Pro plus Apple Pencil so she can draw, $3,100. The rest was furniture, SIM card, pocket money. Total $11,800, almost half the savings I had earmarked for the down payment on my first real house that would actually be mine. And now the mother who carried me through the arrival gate at Hartsfield-Jackson in 2000, the one who swore she'd love me like her own flesh and blood, just sent a gentle little text telling me I'm not invited to the send-off dinner for the very sister whose future I just bankrolled. I laugh and it sounds like breaking glass. Tears burn hot running backward into my hairline. I open the family group chat again. Chloe, 7:42 p.m. Oh my god y'all, the rooftop at the Alden looks so cute for tomorrow. Thank you again, sis, for booking it. Iliasm.ca. 35 minutes ago she was still calling me sis and sending hearts. Now it's immediate family only. I scroll to the photo album on my phone. Pictures of the table I booked, the Chloe Dublin backdrop I designed until 2 a.m., the sterling silver claddagh ring I had engraved on the inside with both our names, the official party gift. Photos of me grinning like an idiot when I snagged that rooftop at a discount because I once did UX work for their restaurant group. All of it a joke now. The rain keeps pouring. I kill the wipers and let the water blur the windshield into a watercolor mess, exactly how my chest feels right now. I take a deep breath, wipe my eyes on the sleeve of my Georgia Tech hoodie, and open the Notes app. 11 minutes. Just 11 minutes was all it took for everything I gave to turn into a soap bubble that popped. If you're watching this video, you probably think I'm about to cry and forgive like I always do. Nope. Not this time. Keep watching if you want to know exactly how I made my golden child little sister's entire Ireland dream collapse in 11 minutes flat, and why my dad, after 31 years of marriage, called me the next morning to say he'd just filed for divorce from my mom. Hit like if you've ever been treated like an outsider by the family you gave everything for. Comment 11 minutes if you're ready to hear the whole uncut story. Because this isn't just about $11,800. This is about me, Harper Nguyen, the Vietnamese adoptee from the Atlanta suburbs, finally learning how to say no to the people who taught me blood is thicker than water. And sometimes water is the only thing that keeps you from drowning. Ready? Let's go back to the beginning. My name is Harper Nguyen, 28 years old, living in Decatur, Georgia, exactly 27 miles from my adoptive parents' house, far enough that I don't have to drop by every weekend, but close enough that they can call anytime they need cash fast. I was born in some small province in central Vietnam that I don't even remember the name of. At 3 I got on a plane with an old Hello Kitty backpack and a piece of paper pinned to my shirt, Nguyen Thy Min Harper, to be adopted. The flight landed at Hartsfield-Jackson on the 12th of October 2000. Mark and Lauren Bennett, a white middle-class couple from Roswell, Georgia, were waiting at arrivals with daisies and a handmade sign. Welcome home, Harper. They already had Chloe, their blue-eyed blonde princess who was 2.5, sitting in a pink stroller, grinning from ear to ear. I still have the picture from that day, Lauren holding me, Mark holding Chloe, all 4 of us beaming. It's the only family photo in the next 25 years where I'm allowed to stand in the middle. The Bennett relatives called me the Asian daughter from day one, like I needed an adjective to tell me apart. Chloe is our real daughter, and Harper is our Asian daughter, Aunt Diane loved to say at Thanksgiving, then laugh like it was the joke of the year. I laughed along because I was too little to know what else to do. Growing up in North Atlanta in the 2000s, I learned real fast that I was different. Mountain Park Elementary, I was the only Asian kid in class. Mom gave me a bowl cut because it was easy while Chloe got curls and braids every morning. Mom bragged Chloe's hair is naturally blonde. Look at these highlights, then turned to me. Harper's hair is so thick and black, very Asian. Chloe's 8th birthday Disney princess party at the neighborhood clubhouse, 40 kids, 3-tier cake, clown pony rides. My birthday exactly 1 month later, store-bought Walmart cake, 6 polite friends, mom handpicked and leftover Domino's pizza boxes. Mom said you're older, you don't need all the fuss. The family photos lining the staircase in the dye. Roswell house, Chloe at 6 months, in mom's arms. Chloe at 3 in a Christmas dress, Chloe as a Pee Wee cheerleader, Chloe crowned junior high homecoming queen, the 4 of us at Disney World. The year I was away at math camp, so I'm not in it. I counted exactly 4 pictures that include me: 1 airport arrival day, 2 kindergarten graduation, mom said we had to have it for the records, 3 middle school graduation, colleges like to see family support, 4 high school graduation where I'm slightly cropped because Chloe spilled juice on her dress and was crying. Every time I asked why there were so few photos of me, mom smiled and said, "Oh honey, you were always running around, we couldn't catch you." But I remember standing very still for a very long time waiting for someone to say, "Harper, come stand here." Chloe was the center of the Bennett universe. I was the quiet satellite orbiting around, occasionally pulled in for a photo to make the set complete, then pushed back out. I learned early if I wanted love I had to be useful. Useful meant getting good grades, so they could brag to the neighbors. Useful meant staying quiet so I didn't bother Chloe, and later useful meant having money. But that's the teenage and 20s chapter. Right now, sitting in my car under the Atlanta rain, I'm just a 28-year-old adoptee who finally realized that no matter how hard I tried, I was always going to be the Asian daughter to the people who promised to love me unconditionally. And tonight they reminded me one more time with a 19-word text. But don't worry, in 11 minutes they're going to find out what it feels like to be pushed out of orbit. I used to think the little differences were just dust too light to hurt. But when you pile them up, they become a mountain that sat on my chest for 25 years. Sweet 16, Chloe got a blowout party at Cherokee Town and Country Club in Buckhead. Live band, DJ, professional photographer, imported candy bar, $1, 200 champagne-colored Marchesa mini dress she wore exactly once, 122 guests, including the entire cheer squad and half the football team. Mom and dad posed with her in front of a 2-meter floral backdrop. Facebook caption: "Our princess is officially sweet 16. 3 weeks later, my 16th birthday dinner at the Applebee's near the house back corner by the bathroom, 6 people total. Mom ordered the 2 for $20 deal and told me not to get alcohol because I wasn't 21 yet. Tiny Publix cake with happy 16th Harper, misspelled Happer. Mom said nobody would notice. 1 iPhone 4 seconds photo posted to stories that vanished after 24 hours forever. 17 framed photos on the Roswell staircase. I counted obsessively starting at age 12. 16 were Chloe at every stage: newborn, first steps, Halloween, Elsa, Christmas, red velvet, holding cheer trophies, wearing crowns. The 17th was a family Disney photo where I was at math camp, so mom photoshopped me in from my middle school graduation pic. I look like a sticker. I once asked why we never printed a new one with all 4 of us. Mom said, "You weren't there, how could we take one?" Family vacations were the same running joke if it weren't me living it. Sophomore year of college, I opened Instagram to see the whole family checked in at Magic Kingdom. Chloe posted stories hugging Mickey, family trip. I texted mom, "Why didn't anyone tell me?" She replied, "Oh, we thought you were busy with summer classes and your library job, honey." I worked 15 hours a week and had online night classes. I could have taken 1 day off. Nobody asked. That was the 3rd time they forgot to invite me to Disney. College was where the difference got measured in dollars, cold and clear. Chloe went to UGA Athens, communications major. Parents paid 100% in-state tuition, $12K divided by year, dorm Kappa Delta sorority dues, and gifted her a brand new Jeep Wrangler the day she moved in. She posted a pic next to it, "Best parents ever," with 47 hearts. Me, Georgia Tech, top 5 engineering school in the country, Hope Scholarship covered 80%. The rest I paid with random scholarships, federal loans, and 3 jobs at once: math tutor nights, Waffle House waitress weekends in Buckhead, remote data entry until 3 a.m. Mom once said half-jokingly at dinner, "Harper's so smart, colleges basically pay her to go." I smiled while mentally calculating if I had enough for gas that month. Chloe's graduation was an outdoor ceremony, the whole family in red UGA gear, hundreds of photos. Mine was pouring rain. Mom texted Chloe has a spring scrimmage so we can't make it, you understand, right? I stood alone under an umbrella in my soaked gown, took a selfie with my diploma, went back to the dorm and ate instant ramen. At 28, I'm on paper the most successful Bennett in 3 generations. Senior UX designer at a fintech startup in Midtown Atlanta base. $135K plus stock options plus year-end bonus usually lands around $180, $190K total. I bought a 3-bedroom townhouse in Decatur in 2023, 20% down, 6.7% interest, but still proud, because the deed says Harper Nguyen, not Bennett. The neighbors think I'm the dutiful daughter who takes her parents out every weekend. They don't know I'm the family's walking ATM. Dad retired early in 2022 after COVID layoffs. His 2019 Farads 150 still had 14 payments left. I took them over starting March 2023. Mom said the roof leaked after Hurricane Ida, $9,400 repair quote. I paid it. Mom said insurance would reimburse. They sent $3,200 and Mom forgot the rest. But the VIP client has always been Chloe. 2021. She dropped her iPhone 12 Pro Max in a Buckhead bar toilet, texted me at 8:03 a.m. Sis, can you Zelle me $1,300 for the new 13 Pro Max? PS, I'll Venmo you next week when tips come in. I sent it instantly because little sister needs to stay connected for work. Still waiting a year later. 2022. She and her friend moved to Midtown, $3,800 deposit, parents tight because of inflation. I paid. She promised $200 divided by month. Total received $400 and a thank you sticker. 2023 Coachella weekend, 1 too late for normal tickets. I sent $2,400 for passes plus outfits, plus gas to California. She posted, hugging the Beyoncé backdrop, best sister ever, Venmo's silent. 2024 emergency veneers after bit a walnut, $6,200 total. I sent $5K, told her to figure out the rest. She cried on FaceTime, I'll look like a hillbilly, sis please. I sent the remaining $1,200. Every time I gently brought it up, she switched to waterworks. I'm so stressed, please don't make me feel worse, vertical bar, I'll pay when I'm stable. And I shut up. Grand total 2021, 2024 $23,750 loan to Chloe, 0 repaid, 0 real thank yous, just I love you sis and heart emojis. I kept doing it because every transfer made Mom's old voice ring in my head. Harper, you're the big sister, you have to share. We're so lucky to have sweet Chloe, you understand, right? I understood so well I turned myself into a human ATM whose PIN was guilt. But tonight, under the October Atlanta rain, when I read immediate family only, I suddenly did the math. $23,750 old Chloe debt plus $11,800 new Ireland total equals $35,550. $35,550 was the price I paid to be a sister, to be a daughter in this family. And they still told me to stay home. I wiped my eyes, opened Bank of America, looked at my savings balance, $4,312.47 left after draining everything for Ireland. I smirked. Turns out I wasn't just the family ATM. I was the ATM that just went bankrupt from misplaced kindness. But don't worry. In 11 minutes, I'm closing this branch permanently. And for the first time in my life, I'm not going to apologize for it. July this year, the whole family was having Sunday dinner at the Roswell house as usual. Mom roasted ribeyes, Dad opened a 2019 Cabernet he'd been saving since Chloe's college graduation. Everything normal until Chloe took a deep breath and slid her iPad to the center of the table. I got in. The screen showed the acceptance email. Congratulations. You have been offered a place on the MFA illustration program at the National College of Art and Design, Dublin, Ireland. September 2024 intake. The table went silent for 3 seconds, then exploded. Mom screamed and hugged her, crying. Dad slammed the table so hard wine spilled. I smiled too, genuinely, because Chloe has loved drawing since she was little, used to cover her bedroom walls with watercolor paintings, cried for a week when she didn't get into SCAD. But then Chloe bit her lip, eyes red. There's just one problem. Tuition €18,000 plus living expenses in Dublin €600 divided by month. Total almost $38,000 for the year. I didn't get a scholarship. Can we swing it? Silence number 2 heavier. Dad looked at Mom. Mom stared at her plate. Everyone knew the finances post-COVID. Dad's early retirement $401k almost wiped out for medical debt. Mom working part-time at a Buckhead boutique for $17 divided by HR. Savings barely enough to float another year. Chloe started actually crying. This is my lifelong dream. I'll never get another chance. NCAT only takes 12 people worldwide a year. She looked at Mom and Dad, then at me, pleading. I heard my own voice speak before my brain caught up. I got this. The table whipped toward me. Harper, are you sure? Dad asked, worried. Positive. I'll cover everything: flight deposit, first 3 months rent, new computer, furniture, all of it. Chloe just needs to focus on school. Mom opened her mouth like she was going to protest, but Chloe had already vaulted across the table and was sobbing into my Georgia Tech hoodie. Oh my God, Harper, I love you so much. I swear I'll pay back every penny. Dad looked at me, eyes shining. You're an angel, Harper. Mom forced a smile. You don't have to overdo it, honey. I nodded, smiling bright. She's my little sister. Family takes care of each other, right? That night I went home, opened Excel, created a new sheet titled Chloe, Dublin 2024. The columns started filling up fast: business class round-trip ticket because Chloe is scared of 8-hour economy $3,800, deposit plus 2 months Portobello rent $4,200, MacBook Pro 16M3 Max plus iPad Pro $4,100, IKEA furniture plus shipping $900, pocket money, SIM insurance $1,000. I swallowed hard and transferred the first $5,000 for the apartment deposit that same night because the landlord wanted it within 48 hours. I told myself, this is an investment in my sister's future. This is how I finally become a real part of this family. I had no idea that 3 months later Mom would weaponize the exact phrase "family takes care of each other" and stab me in the heart with it. The next 6 weeks were a money tornado I created myself. Week 1, stayed up until 3 a.m. hunting United Polaris. Business class, ATLDUB, normally $5,200, managed to lock it with 8,000 of my own miles, plus $3,800 cash for seats, 1 Ampere and 1C, 1 for Chloe, 1 saved in case I visit later. 8 hours flatbed champagne arriving, rested, worth it for her first day of grad school. Screenshot sent to Chloe, welcome to business class, baby sis. Instant 47 crying emojis back. Week 2, the Portobello studio she found on daft.ie. 38 square meters, canal view, 18-minute walk to NCAD, €750 divided by month, insane for Atlanta standards, but safe and aesthetic. Landlord demanded 1 month deposit plus 1 month advance plus 1 month good faith because Chloe had no Irish income yet, plus agency fee. Total $4,200 wired overnight via Wise to beat another bidder. FaceTime tour of the empty flat. Sis, look at these white walls. I'm gonna cover them in my art. My account took another huge hit. Week 3, school supply list: MacBook Pro 16M3 Max 64GB divided by 2TB, iPad Pro, Apple Pencil, Adobe Suite, prepaid, total at Lennox, Apple Store $4,100 after tax. Told Chloe walk in, pick space, black eye, Apple Pay from home. Sales guy asked if it was for my daughter. I laughed awkwardly, little sister. Instagram story of her hugging the giant box. My sister is literally the best human on earth. But my wallet started screaming. I cancelled the 10-day Iceland trip I'd booked in January. Iceland air ticket, Blue Lagoon, Northern Lights tour, boutique, Reykjavik hotel, $4,200, non-refundable, only future credit. Told myself next year. Week 4, empty flat. Chloe said she couldn't sleep on an air mattress. Ordered full IKEA, Ireland hall bed, desk, wardrobe, lamps, blackout curtains, kitchen stuff, air purifier because Dublin mold and her allergies. Total $1,850 plus assembly and small container shipping from Atlanta of extra Target stuff I bought for her. Week 5, loaded her new Revolut with €2,000 pocket money, prepaid 3 months, unlimited Irish SIM, Allianz student insurance, 1 year, $580, winter clothes from Uniqlo and North Face $720. Another $4,100 gone. Week 6, opened Mint at 2 a.m. Saw August and September expenses blood red. Grand total, $15,800, before I started cutting corners to get it down to $11,800 by switching to one-way ticket, paying only deposit plus 1 month rent, skipping some furniture. Still the biggest amount I'd ever spent on one person in 2 months. Sat in my Decatur living room staring at the open empty suitcase that was supposed to go to Iceland. Texted Chloe. Anything else you need, I got you. Instant reply, just you in Dublin. I love you most in the world. I turned off the phone wondering for the thousandth time if $11,800 was enough to buy a real seat at this family's table. The answer came a week later in a 19-word text. I decided the goodbye party had to be something Chloe would remember forever, not some backyard sausages and Bud Light. I wanted it worthy of the $11,800 I'd poured into her dream. Booked the private rooftop at the roof at Ponce City Market, hottest spot in Atlanta 2024. Saturday 6 p.m. Sunset painting the whole midtown skyline, string lights, 360 view from the Beltline to Mercedes-Benz Stadium. 4-hour private rental, $4,800 bits, my teeth, and hit confirm on my personal card. Figured I'd pay it off slowly. Designed everything myself. 2.5 times 3 meters canvas backdrop, Chloe Dublin with stylized Ireland map, green fields, Harpbridge, my handwritten signature in the corner, love your big sis. Harper printed at FedEx at 3 a.m. Custom menu with the chef Irish. Smoked salmon crostini, mini shepherd's pie sliders, truffle mac and cheese bites, dessert station, Bailey's cheesecake shots, and Guinness cupcakes. Total food plus 3-hour open bar, $6,200 for 45 guests. Paid 50% deposit to lock the date. Main gift, sterling silver claddagh ring from Fallon's in Dublin, inside band engraved Harper and Chloe, Sisters by Heart, 09. 2024, packed in a wooden box I had laser etched with Atlanta and Dublin coordinates, so when you open it the cities touch. I cried wrapping it because for once it felt like I was doing something truly meaningful for my sister. Guest list 45 Evite. I designed emerald green and gold Celtic font. Included her old UGA professors, entire Kappa Delta squad, former coworkers, full Bennett extended family. Mom called me 3 times that week. First, Harper, are you sure we need the rooftop? It's so expensive, maybe just do it at home. Me, Mom, Chloe's moving to another continent once in her life, let me handle it. Second, Aunt Diane and Aunt Susan asked about dress code. Casual is fine, right? Me, casual chic, it's a rooftop. Third voice, lower, Harper, are you sure you want to invite Uncle Mark's side? The older folks don't love rooftops, it's windy. Me, already booked patio heaters, it'll be cozy. Mom, okay, you decide. I thought she was just being her frugal self. I had no idea. I ran around all week, hired 2 photographers, 1 stills 1 reels, booked a violinist for live Irish tunes at sunset, made a 10-minute slideshow of Chloe's art journey from teenage watercolors to the portfolio that got her into NCAD, printed a life-size standee of Chloe in a Dublin raincoat, heavily photoshopped for check-in photos. Friday night, 24 hours before the party, I hauled everything up to the rooftop for setup. Stood alone in the empty space, wind in my hair, city lights twinkling below, imagining tomorrow, Chloe crying happy tears, hugging me in front of everyone, telling the world I'm the best sister ever. Texted Mom photos. Look, Mom, it's gonna be magical. Mom, oh, it's beautiful, you're working too hard. Me, worth it for Chloe. Daughter, Mom, yes, just try to keep it small and intimate, okay? I sent back a single heart emoji. I had no clue that would be the last text she answered before everything shattered. Because at 8 p.m. the next night, while I was curling my hair and about to put on the emerald dress I bought to match Chloe, my phone lit up with one new message in the family group chat that erased every dollar, every tear, every ounce of love I'd poured in. 8:03 p.m. Friday. Last curl pin slipping into the emerald dress from Nordstrom, about to take a mirror selfie, sisters matchy to send Chloe. Phone buzzes. Family group Bennett crew.u, new message from Mom. Lauren, just a reminder, everyone, tomorrow night at the roof is immediate family only now. We decided to keep it small and intimate so Chloe can have a relaxing last evening with the people she grew up with before she leaves the country for a whole year. Please understand. Our thanks, Harper, for all the planning, but this is what Chloe needs right now. I read it once, didn't understand. Read it twice, didn't believe it. Third time, my heart free fell to my feet. Immediate family only. People she grew up with. Thanks, Harper, for all the planning, but... I shakingly FaceTimed Mom instantly. She picked up on the first ring like she was waiting. Kitchen background still in the beige cardigan I gave her last Christmas. Mom, my voice cracked, what the hell does that text mean? Mom sighed that tired explanatory sigh. Honey, listen. We talked to Chloe and decided a big party would stress her out before the flight. She wants a real relaxed night with the people she actually grew up with. Immediate family only. You understand, right? I stood frozen in my bedroom dress, suddenly weighing 1,000 pounds. Immediate family only, I repeated, voice trembling. Mom, what am I to Chloe if not immediate family? 2-second silence. Then quieter, like she didn't want anyone to overhear. Harper. You know what I mean. Blood is thicker than water. Some of the older relatives still feel awkward around you. Aunt Diane's grandkids keep asking where's the Vietnamese girl. Uncle Mark doesn't know what to talk to you about. It's just easier for everyone if it's, well, you know, the real family. Real family. The words hit like a hammer. 25 years of forcing my English to sound American, eating turkey instead of pho on Thanksgiving, learning cheer routines to be more like Chloe, making money to be useful instead of different. And now the woman who legally changed my name to Harper Nguyen Bennett in Fulton County Courthouse in 2000 just told me to my face I'm not real family. My voice came out foreign, broken. So the $11,800 I just spent getting Chloe to Dublin, that was fake money. Mom's brow furrowed, tone sharpening. Harper, don't make this about money. You always blow things out of proportion. We're grateful, really. But this is Chloe's last night in America. She needs to be with people she has memories with from the day she was born. If you come, it'll be awkward for everyone. Do you want Chloe to be sad? I laughed, and it sounded like sobbing. Awkward for everyone, or awkward for you, because you'd have to explain to your relatives why your older daughter doesn't look like anybody else in the house. Mom stiffened. I saw her swallow. Harper Nguyen, full name. For the first time in years, do not speak to me in that tone. I have done my absolute best to make you feel part of this family. Now you want to ruin your sister's last night because your feelings are hurt. I went numb. I have done my best landed like a life sentence. I whispered. You did your best. By never hanging my pictures, by going to Disney without me, by making me pay for college while Chloe got a new Jeep, and now by kicking me out of the party I paid for myself. Mom stared through the screen. Eyes dry. Yes, I did my best. And right now I'm choosing Chloe. You're a grown woman, you need to understand. Call ended. Black screen reflected my running mascara, trembling lips, the eyes of a 3-year-old who just realized for the 1,000th time she wasn't chosen. I let the phone fall. Cracked screen protector echoed in the silent house. I sank to the floor among gift boxes, backdrop clad of ring, wrinkled emerald dress. I stopped crying. A cold, sharp thing started growing in the empty space in my chest. 11 minutes. Just 11 minutes to erase every trace of myself from the Ireland dream I paid for with my heart. I stood up, wiped my face, opened my laptop. Mom said blood is thicker than water. Fine. Tonight I'll show them water can drown everything. 11:49 p.m. Friday the 27th of October 2024, my Decatur townhouse silent except for rain on the windows and my heart pounding like war drums. Laptop glows. 3 tabs open. United.com, Dublin landlord, email chain, Bank of America. Clock reads 114912. I inhale ice. 114927, step 1 flight. Log into United UA22 ATLDUB, the 3rd of November 2024, seat 1 Ampere Polaris Business, original price $3,800. Manage reservation, cancel flight. Warning, $500 non-refundable fee, $3,300 future credit. Confirm. Green banner, cancellation complete. Confirmation email 115041. 8 hours flat bed and champagne gone in 74 seconds. 115103, step 2 Portobello flat. Open 47 email thread with landlord Siobhan O'Donnell. New email subject you urgent, immediate removal of cosigner from lease agreement. 3 lines, Dear Siobhan. Due to unforeseen personal circumstances I must withdraw as cosigner and guarantor effective immediately. Please remove my name and all financial obligations from the lease for Apt 2B17 Portobello Harbor. Thank you. Harper Nguyen. Attach passport scan and e-signature. Send 115219. I know what happens. Next, 24-year-old Chloe, no Irish income, no credit history, lease, voids itself in 24-48 hours. Siobhan will call her at 5 a.m. Dublin time, midnight Atlanta, and say sorry, love, flats off. 115345. Step 3 auto payments. 3 scheduled transfers from my savings to Chloe's Revolut for rent. OC divided by NOV divided by DEC, total $5,400. Bank of America, bill pay, cancel, all future payments. Are you sure? Yes. Done. 115458. 115530. Final step block. Contacts open. Mom, Lauren. Dad, Mark. Chloe. Aunt Diane. Aunt Susan. Chloe's best friend Madison, the perpetual can I borrow her phone friend. Entire Bennett crew chat group chat. Block one by one. Last whoosh at 115702 when the family group disappears forever. 115811. Close every tab. Desktop wallpaper only photo left me under the northern lights in Norway last year alone but happy. 115929. Walk downstairs, open the wine fridge, pull the half bottle of 2019 Oregon Pinot I'd been saving. Pour a huge glass, no aeration. 115959. Raise it to the living room mirror. To blood being thicker than water, I say, voice raw. Cheers. Midnight hits. I kill the laptop, set the half-empty glass down, go upstairs, peel off the ruined emerald dress, throw on my old Georgia Tech hoodie and shorts, crawl into bed, pull the covers over my head. I sleep better than I have in 25 years. No dreams. Just deep dark peace. While across the Atlantic Siobhan O'Donnell is already dialing Chloe at 5:03 a.m. Dublin time, and in Roswell my mother is asleep, unaware that 11 minutes just changed everything forever. Saturday morning 9:17 a.m. I wake to my phone buzzing off the nightstand despite do not disturb 68 new notifications. I drink some water and unlock. The storm has landed. First unknown numbers, obviously Chloe on friends' phones. Unknown 7:12 a.m. What the fuck, Harper? The landlord just called and said the lease is void because you pulled out. 7:13 a.m. My flight is cancelled too. Are you insane? 7:15 a.m. I'm literally shaking. You're ruining my entire life over a stupid party. 7:18 a.m. Answer me, you jealous bitch. Then Aunt Susan, Aunt Diane, even 79-year-old Great Grams, who only shows up on Thanksgiving, disgusting behavior, selfish, jealous. Asian sister finally shows true colors, psycho should have left you in Vietnam, etc. 41 messages total. I read them all without feeling anything and delete the threads. 9:42 a.m. Incoming call, Dad, mobile. I let it ring 3 times before answering. Harper. Dad's voice sounds like he smoked a whole pack overnight. Silence. Kid. Can you listen to Dad for a minute? I'm listening. Long pause, heavy breathing, Chloe screaming something in the background, door slam. I'm not calling to yell at you, he says slowly. I'm calling to apologize. And to tell you your mom and I are getting divorced. After 34 years, I almost dropped the phone. What? Dad gives a humorless laugh. You heard right. I called the lawyer this morning, papers are already filed and signed. My brain goes blank. They're high school sweethearts, the couple everyone brags about on Facebook. 34 years, 2 kids, Roswell house, now divorced because of me. Dad. What is happening? Another sigh. Harper. I've been quiet too long. Since the day you came home in 2000, I watched how your mom treated you. I knew she loved you, but not the same way she loves Chloe. There was always this invisible wall. Every time I tried to defend you, she'd say, Mark, don't make it about race. So I shut up. I bite my lip until I taste blood. I remember you were 7 and asked why none of your pictures were on the wall. She laughed and said you were always running around. I knew it was a lie. I bought a frame, tried to hang one. She said wait for a better photo. I shut up again. Your tech graduation, we didn't come because Chloe had a game. I wanted to drive up alone, your mom said don't make a big deal. I shut up again. His voice cracks. 25 years I kept the peace by sacrificing you. Last night when your mom sent that text kicking you out of the party, I realized I couldn't live with it one more day. I hear Dad crying, first time in my life. This morning when Chloe found out the lease and ticket were gone, she lost it, throwing things, screaming you're crazy, a dream killer. Your mom defended her, said Harper always overreacts because she's not blood. I snapped. I told your mom, Lauren, if Harper isn't your real daughter then I'm done being your husband. Silence. Dad sniffing. I packed a bag, I'm at a hotel by the airport. I'll make sure Chloe gets to Dublin, I'll pay for it, take a HELOC if I have to. But I will not live in the same house as a woman who treats my older daughter like a stranger for one more night. I whisper, Dad. I didn't mean to break up the family. No, Harper, he cuts in, voice suddenly strong, you didn't break anything. You just did what I should have done 25 years ago. You said no. And because you finally said no, I found the courage to say no. Long silence. I'm proud of you, he says, voice shaking. I never said it loud enough, but today I'm saying it. Harper, you are the best daughter I could have ever asked for. And I'm sorry I left you alone for so long. I start sobbing, the good kind. I want to see you, I say. Me too. Chattahoochee Coffee Company this afternoon, the spot we used to go, yes. Before he hangs, he whispers, Harper, thank you for saving me. Call ends 1008 a.m. I sit on my bed hugging a pillow, crying like I never let myself cry before, not from pain, but from hearing, I'm proud of you, from the father who stayed silent his whole life to keep the peace. The hate texts keep coming, but I stop reading. I just open Dad's contact and type. I love you. See you this afternoon. 2. And for the first time in 28 years I feel like I actually have a father. 8 months later, June 2025. I'm on my Decatur porch drinking iced coffee, watching sunset hit the new magnolia tree. Life is weirdly quiet, like those 11 minutes in October 2024 erased 25 years of noise. Chloe still made it to Dublin, the 12th of November 2024, only 9 days late. Dad took a HELOC on the Roswell house, plus Chloe got Irish government student loans and worked 3 jobs: morning barista, night server, late night online art tutor. The fancy Portobello studio became a house share in Phibsborough, 40-minute bus to school. She dropped 15 pounds, dyed her hair brown because salon money ran out, but every FaceTime her eyes shine brighter than ever. First month, she sent one text, I'm sorry. I was a spoiled brat. I waited exactly 11 days to reply. Then the 1st of January 2025, first Venmo $300, Chloe Bennett, Harper Nguyen memo, repayment #1 of many. Thank you for teaching me the hard way. Like clockwork, the first of every month since 6 payments, $1,800 total so far. I put it in a high-yield account labeled Dublin 2027, visit my sister. Mom Lauren. Lost more than face. After Dad moved out, the entire Bennett clan buzzed. Thanksgiving 2024 happened at Aunt Diane's without my parents. Whispers, Lauren kicked the Vietnamese girl out of the party, so Mark finally left. Mom lost friend status, her 30-year perfect mother image. February 2025, I got a cream-colored handwritten letter, shaky pen. Harper, I've been in therapy 10 weeks. The doctor says I have unconscious racial bias and favoritism rooted in insecurity. I don't fully understand the words, but I understand I hurt you deeply. I don't expect forgiveness yet. I just want to say I was wrong. I'm sorry I made you feel not enough. If one day you're ready, I'd love to take you to dinner, just us. No Chloe, no Mark, no excuses. So I can apologize face to face. You will always be my daughter. Lauren, Mom. I read it until it tore, folded, it put it in the old clatter ring box. Not ready to answer yet. Maybe in a few months. Dad Mark became a different man. Rented a 1-bedroom near the Chattahoochee River. Every weekend he's over with Terrapin beer and Fox Brothers barbecue. We sit on the porch watching baseball, talking about everything. First time he told me about growing up poor in Marietta, getting bullied, why he hated conflict so much. Once in front of my friend, he lifted his beer and announced loud, "This is Harper, my favorite daughter." My friend's jaw dropped. I almost spit my coffee. Dad just grinned, truth deserves volume. Last March I finally took that Iceland trip solo. 10 days, 4x4 rental, chased auroras from Vik to Hofen, soaked in Blue Lagoon, took thousands of photos. Best one, me in a red jacket standing in a snow field, green-purple aurora exploding overhead. Posted exactly once on Instagram, sometimes the family you choose is the one that books the window seat for you. Number, Iceland Solo 2025. First comment, Dad DRT. Second comment, Chloe, I'm so proud of you, big sis. That green is insane. And then last night, the 9th of June 2025, 1146 p.m, my phone buzzed. Message from Chloe, Irish number I unblocked back in April. Photo, old Dublin brick wall with a tiny framed shadow box hanging above her desk, inside it the silver claddagh ring I gave her. Caption, I hung our claddagh ring on my wall right above my desk so I see it every day. Still the best gift I've ever received. I love you. Real love, not the spoiled kind. See you at Christmas, I'll cook pho. I've been practicing. Your little sis forever, Chloe. I stared at that photo a long time. The little ring glinting under her desk lamp. I smiled, first smile in forever, that didn't hurt. Replied, book me the window seat. Love you more. Turned off the light, lay back, stared at the ceiling. 8 months ago I thought I lost my entire family. Turns out I only lost the fake version I was killing myself to keep. The real family, the one I get to choose and that chooses me back, is growing from the ashes one day at a time. $11.800 used to be the price I paid to be loved. Now I know real love doesn't come with an invoice. If you watched this far and you've ever been treated like an outsider by the people you gave everything to, drop it in the comments. If you think I was wrong to cancel everything in 11 minutes, say that too. I read every single one, I reply to every single one. Because I finally learned sometimes you have to burn the old bridge so the people who truly love you have a way to reach you. Thank you for being here with me. This is Harper Nguyen, signing off. And for the first time in 28 years, I'm finally home. 2A.